Hi everyone, Chris Eanes here, Executive Director of the Cathedral Choral Society, choir in residence at Washington National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. As a part of CCS Presents, we're launching a new series today called The Musician's Mind. The Musician's Mind is our way of getting inside the mind of the musician to see what makes them tick. We'll learn about their history, how their passion for music developed, and about all of the work that they do to keep up their chops, particularly in the time of coronavirus. We'll finish each of these performances with perhaps a recording that this person has done before, or a recording we've done together, or even something new that we might do on the spur of the moment. If you're so inclined, feel free to write in on the comments or send us an email and suggest some topics for us or some people you'd like us to talk to. Of course, we're going to start with our own maestro, Steven Fox. Steven has been the music director of the Cathedral Choral Society for just over 2 years now, and he also directs the Clarion Choir and Orchestra in New York City. Steven and I chatted for so long that we're actually going to divide up that conversation into several episodes. Today, we're going to talk about the music of Haydn, his relationship with Mozart, and we're going to finish with a recording that the Cathedral Choral Society made with the Washington Bach Consort in the fall of 2019 of Haydn's Te Deum. Steven is based in New York City, and we caught up with him just as the coronavirus pandemic was starting to really lock down that city.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Good. How's your family?
We're doing well. My wife, Christina, our dog, Stella, we're all doing pretty well. We're comfortable, hunkered down in our apartment for the time being.
Good. So you grew up in New York. How's the city handling the coronavirus crisis? What's it like there right now?
Well, New York has definitely been hit very hard. Where we're living, it's pretty quiet. It seems calm. When we go out, there aren't that many people. And I think New Yorkers who generally don't follow rules very well have started to take the proper precautions just in the last couple of weeks. I know just from reading the news, like everybody else, that our hospitals have been really overloaded. And so what's really moving is that every night at 7 p.m., it's my favorite part of the day, the whole city applauds for our healthcare. Very moving thing when a city of 10 million people all applauding at the same time. And it's just grown over the last couple of weeks, and just a reminder of how great humanity can be. So I think the city, which has definitely struggled through other things in the past, is being strong again, and we'll get through it.
So last fall, you programmed a concert of almost all works by Haydn, which we're going to play a selection from at the end of this chat. What's the attraction for you?
He really has become one of my very, very favorite composers. I just think that there was a tremendous mastery in structure, in the way that he organized works, but then also this wonderful personality that shined through all of his works. His humor, his humanity, and very deep spirituality. Mozart and Haydn had tremendous respect for each other. It was sort of a mentorship, but I think it was actually more of a friendship, because by the time they actually met in Vienna in the early 1780s, Mozart had already really developed into a very major musical figure himself. So I would call them more friends, but Mozart had the greatest respect for Haydn, as all composers did. All composers really revered Haydn, and whenever other composers, including Mozart, would write a symphony or a string quartet or a mass, they would have Haydn, really, they were in Haydn's shadow, and they knew that. I love Mozart and Haydn both. I think of Mozart's works as truly beautiful and sublime. And whereas Haydn's works, you might superficially look at them and say they're similar. Their style is similar because they're both composers of that wrote in the height of the classical period. Their works represent sort of the apogee of the classical form. But getting deeper in, you can see their personalities and how different they are when you get to know their works better. Whereas you have that pristine beauty with Mozart. With Haydn, there can be more humanity. And that's just my own personal opinion, but humanity, sometimes humor, as we see in works like the Surprise Symphony or the Farewell Symphony, you know, things that actually make you laugh when you're in the audience hearing those works. But then also this deep, deep spirituality. He was a man of great faith. And no matter what our faith is, or even if we have deep faith ourselves, you cannot but be moved by Haydn's sacred works, because you can feel that the way he sets every bit of text is coming from such a deep place from within. And that's something that makes me really love this piece that we're all about to hear, the Te Deum.
With that, we're going to offer you our music selection of the day. This is the Te Deum of Franz Joseph Haydn that he wrote for the Empress Marie Therese. This is from a performance of the Cathedral Choral Society with the Washington Bach Consort in October of 2019, led by Maestro Steven Fox. Thank you for tuning in, and please don't forget to follow our YouTube channel.
you.